All right, coming to you live from Round Rock. I'm here with ASM Systems Engineer Chris Gully. How are you doing, Chris?
I'm doing well.
So why don't you start by saying, what is ASM?
So ASM is an automation tool that helps you provision your storage, your networking, your compute, hypervisors, and applications. It's driven by a template model, so you can create templates, execute them rapidly and repeatably, and consistently.
Awesome. So I think one of the things that was particularly interesting when you and I talked was actually the method that you're using to create this. It's very much a Devops type of model. Can you just quickly take us through that?
I can. So originally when we started out on this path of an ASM path, we were not DevOps focused. And so we had sort of these old tools that weren't working that well for us. So we were sort of forced by a very smart manager to adopt some new tools that were more open, leveraging things like GitHub, Jira, Confluence, a bunch of the Atlassian tools to help us drive integration amongst the tools and to hopefully make our process more agile and basically accommodate the agile development style more efficiently.
Yeah, so could you just take us through, you've got a nice chart up there that you put together, just take us through that?
Absolutely. So in the front we have a dev cycle and the tools that we use today for not only our development but our build as well. And this plays into our QA story as well. So we have, our product alone is Puppet and integrated into Active System Manager. So that feeds into the open source story. So we're able to take modules, write them for our product, publish them out to GitHub, and they can be consumed by other, third party or people interested in using Puppet. Then we have Jira, Confluence, Artifactory, and those tools are the things that we're using that have some integration out of the box. Some don't, but they're easy to integrate. So that we're able to get lots of cool metrics and things off of that to help drive an efficiency model across our development cycle. This feeds into our IT model. So we have a lab, and they need to be collaborative with our development team and help them bridge the vision of the product so that they can build out infrastructure that supports it, scales it, allows it to grow, and drives efficiency. And then that feeds into our operations model where we're talking to marketing teams, sales teams, and services organizations to make sure they understand our vision and how we're doing these things so that they can go and then get our final product out to the customer as fast as possible. We're working off an MVP model, which is a minimal viable product. So at any given time, we can push out a GA build, and it can get QA'd very quickly, and then we're able to turn that build around and make it a product very quickly.
It looks like you got some feedback there. That seems to be a pretty key thing in the whole Agile/DevOps.
So I'd say it's probably one of the most important things in our process is that we're taking this cycle, getting a product out in a 3 to 4 month period, getting it or monetizing it, getting it to our customers' hands, and then we're interacting with the customer and bringing that feedback back to the beginning of our cycle. It becomes a story or an epic and push through again so that within 3 to 4 months, our customers are actually seeing real features come out that they've given us feedback on and they can go leverage and utilize.
Awesome. So just to conclude with, I'm sure this wasn't all puppies and rainbows. What were some of the issues that you hit while trying to implement this?
Yeah, some of the big hiccups were getting the developers to sort of wrap their head around this process. So they, had fought sort of the traditional models of using the traditional source code mechanisms that were on-prem, things like that. They worked through it pretty quickly, actually. The other big sort of paradigm shift was getting IT more involved with understanding how developers work and how to understand the product they're supporting on the infrastructure. Once we broke down those sort of barriers, if you will, it made a lot of sense to the IT organization to understand, hey, I'm more effective and efficient. You're helping me build a framework to then go support other projects. So I'm not having to do an individual project a certain way every time. This framework can spread across multiple development cycles or projects and work for them as well. And then lastly was getting the sales and services organizations to say, hey, look, let's make sure we engage the customer once they've bought the product, get the feedback, and get it back to us quickly so we can fold that back in and give them viable features and functionalities that they can use real time.
Awesome. Chris Gully, thanks so much.
Thank you.